Okay, so this is our little homestead. We're on 2 acres. Like I said, we're here in the desert. It's very hot today. But I wanted to kind of show you a couple things around here that we're doing, trying to work our way towards a little more self-sufficiency like a lot of people are in this world today. So we've planted some fruit trees. We've got some orange trees and apple trees. I've planted, one of the things I plant for sure that I know the rabbits and deer won't bother, mostly rabbit out here, and prairie dogs sometimes, right here, any kind of mint. And I love it because a lot of people obviously plant this in a pot because they don't want it going crazy, because let's face it, it's going to take over. But that's what I want. I want some wonderful ground cover here because look, my poor little roses didn't make it because between the deers constantly nibbling on them, they just didn't have a little chance, okay? Every time they got a little green sprig or something, nibble, 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 it was gone. Okay, so here's another one over here. Didn't do so well, but once again, there's my mint. I think one's peppermint, one's spearmint. I'm not sure what all of them are. But anyway, so that's what we're doing for that. And of course, we got lots of trees. You want to do as much as you can for shade out here, obviously. This tree is having some issues, not sure exactly what's happening with it, but we need to do something to help it get better. Once again, this is where we had roses that didn't survive the bombarding of the rabbits. But look, there it is. Look at that beautiful mint. So my plan is obviously, as this starts to grow further and further, divide it up a little bit, put pieces here and there to just get this whole thing just covered with mint, just, you know, the whole area. Here, I'm not sure what tree this is. I'll have to check that out later, but it's doing pretty good. Okay, so coming back around this way. All right, we have some other trees right in here. I know this one right here inside, our fence looks horrible. It definitely needs a new coat of paint. Right here inside, that is a blood orange tree. And as you can see, it's trying to grow up a little bit. But we're debating on, see, we were leaving these suckers on the bottom because we thought, oh, maybe it's balancing out the tree. But now we're noticing that the fruit at the top is extremely dry because all the nutrients are going to these suckers down here. So I believe we will be trimming those off and staking it a little bit better, because obviously it's, you know, it's going to have some issues once we take that balance off right there. Okay, and yes, you probably see some cars going by. We are very close to a freeway, even though we are on 2 acres here. We are within, you know, a relatively close distance to the freeway. We can see the cars, we can hear the cars, but you know, it's not that bad. What I do love about this area, a little lizard there running along. There he goes. Okay, so, oh, let me just tell you about this. What I do like about the area, let me finish that statement, is that it's peaceful. As far as having some space. Yes, we have a little freeway noise, but you know what? Once you've lived here for a while, you get used to it. Yep, there's a plane going overhead. You hear that, you get used to it. Nothing like nowhere near the noises that you hear in the city. But let's take a look at this. This is one of our, I don't know if it's a Palo Verde or mesquite. I'm going to be honest with you. I always mix those two up, but it's one of those trees. And what we've done is this hose right here is coming from our shower. We have diverted our shower gray water to this tree, and occasionally we switch it and you'll see another tree that we can put it on as well. But this is something we've done recently because, let's face it folks, if you have septic, you don't want all that gray water that can be used for something else going into the septic. And that's what's awesome about this, is that water is now watering this tree, and this tree is doing so much better. This thing was a tiny little stick, and I used to tease my husband saying, there's no way that little thing's gonna make it. And literally it was a stick. It had barely any green on it, and now it's actually coming into itself. So I'm kind of surprised. I'm just gonna say that I'm very surprised. But the other tree that we sometimes water with that is right here. This tree right here. We switched it over, and that, well, you see the hole there. We switched it over here so that you can, I'll take it up here so you can see. And you know what? I'm gonna have to find all the names of these trees, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I just, you know, haven't really spent a lot of time studying the trees. I just know that they provide us shade like most people, and you want to give them lots of water. So these are the two trees that are benefiting right now from our shower gray water. We will also be diverting the washing machine water soon, so stay tuned for that. That'll be another episode. But we've got a lot of things planted over here. Here's another beautiful tree, lots of shade provided by this tree. This tree here, what I would like to do under this tree, to be honest with you, because of the fact it has such a huge canopy of shade under here, let me get back so you can kind of see the area of shade right in here. What I would like to do right here is put, oh, look at that. Oh, look at all that beautiful green. Oh, that is nice. And aloe vera right there at the bottom, just kind of, that's just kind of everywhere around here. But I'd like to put a rain gutter grow system under this tree. And you're probably thinking, why would you put it under the tree? Doesn't it need light? Yes, but in Arizona it is so hot. Light is really, the sunlight is not your priority. It's mostly trying to get less sunlight because it's just gonna torch everything. So I'm thinking a nice rain gutter grow system. And if you don't know what that is, shout out to Larry Hall in Brainerd, Minnesota. He designed this, and you have to check him out, and he has put together some incredible videos about it. So check him out and you will find out that why I want to put it right here. A nice long run right there. That'll be fantastic, and it'll get the morning sun, but then in the afternoon it won't be killed by 112 degrees. So just along here we've got some little foliage here. These will grow up hopefully to give us a little more privacy along the back fence. That's what this is all about here. And we've got some storage that we were trying to really downsize. We moved here onto this 2-acre parcel from about 3,500 square feet, and the house here is, well, the manufactured home here is half that. It's 1,800 square feet. So we've downsized tremendously, but we want to downsize some more. So, because I'd really like to have this as more of a, instead of just housing a lot of things, more of a workshop, maybe, something like that. Get some use out of it as opposed to just holding your stuff. I mean, because we just don't need all that stuff. So that's one of our plans. Here's another wonderful shade tree here. What I think I would like to do with this under this tree right here, because it provides a lot of shade, okay, I would like to put a chicken coop. I think that would be so nice right in here. And you see my chair out here because sometimes I like to just come out here and sit and just like under this tree and just chill, So